Hi everybody, we're back with another segment, and this one is water to detox. The power of water to detox is unbelievable. I have tried a lot of different therapies out there using many different machines to herbs to whatever, but water is the most powerful. For example, when I teach people how to do the hydrotherapy, which is hot and cold, showers, and they will say, well, can I just use the a hot heating pad with the cold ice? And I said, you could try it, and I did, and guess what? I didn't get the same results. I was like, no. And then I tried it on more people, tried like a few hundred people who kept complaining because they didn't like the hot and cold, right? And sure enough, it didn't work. It's just, there's something about water coming down on you that makes all the difference in the world. I don't know what that is, don't know that secret. I would tell you if I knew, but I don't. All I know is that it does work when you're using water itself. Now here's the deal. Number one thing to know about using water to detox, and the reason it's so important, is that it flushes out the toxins from your organs, okay? There is nothing else, okay? So if you think it's veggie juice, you think it's herbal tea, you think it's a green smoothie, no. It is all about the water. Water is the only thing, it's the only catalyst that actually takes a toxin from your body and gets it out. Now, a lot of times then people ask, well, how much water should I drink? And we have talked about that already, but I'm going to refresh your memory. It's not a formula we use. It's not, 2 quarts for everybody, 8 glasses a day. No, you watch your urine. Okay, watch what your body says to you. Your body never lies. So that's a tweetable. Your body never lies. Put that on there. Tell everybody I said that. So here's the deal. You want to look at your urine. So look at the color of your urine. If it is a clear, like there's no color to it at all, you're drinking way too much, and it's actually a stress on your kidneys. What you want to do is you have a little bit of yellow to your urine. If it is dark yellow, you're not drinking enough, or you're detoxing too fast. Okay, it could be either one of those things. All right, what else can it do? It helps for absorption. Water helps for absorption, especially for vitamin C. So many people are taking vitamin C and they're not actually absorbing it. Why? Because they're not drinking enough, they're not drinking the right kind, whatever. But you have to have enough to absorb vitamin C. You could take vitamin C all day long, but if your body can't use it, what's the sense, right? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter the type of vitamin C, is that the water gets it to where it needs to go on a cellular level. Now, the other thing about water to detox is drinking the wrong kind of water. We'll talk about the right one in a second, but the wrong one is your tap water. Okay, never, never, never drink your tap water. I mentioned that already. There's just way too much stuff going in that tap. No matter where you are in the world, there is no, a lot of times people will tell me I live in a city where, it's the best water in the world and they've tested it. Who's tested it on what lab? There is no consistent water test across the world. It's like it fluctuates. Every lab test is different. You don't know, and how are you going to read it? How do you know what's in there? All we know is that there's lots and lots of chlorine. There's lots and lots of chemicals in there that they can't all get out, and it's best not to drink it. And then what about the pipes? If you have, lead pipes and copper pipes and all that, and the water's sitting in there, then that goes into your glass of water, and now you have lead and copper poisoning. Remember what I said about heavy metal detox? That's the kind of places it comes from, right? Another thing, wrong kind, is if it's in a plastic bottle. It's like we're a world now. The whole world is using plastic water, or water that's in plastic bottles, and it is like so bad for you. I have a few friends who are chemists, and they always laugh at me because I say, hey, I just read on this study, and like you, I look on the internet, or I look to see a book I've read or a study, and I present it to my friends who are real chemists, and I say, is this true? Like, do they have these water bottles that are non-leaching plastic? And they all across the world laugh at me. They said there is no such thing. All plastic leaches. Some may leach less plastic, but they all leach. And of course, if you keep it in the car and the hot sun beats down it, it leaches even more. Well, what's the issue with that? The issue is that if you have water that has leached with plastic, it messes up your hormones. It actually does a number, because it's a toxin, and your liver gets affected by it, which then affects your hormones, and more estrogen gets going and less testosterone, and everything gets all mixed up. So you're thinking, yeah, what's the big deal with chemicals? Yeah, it messes up your hormones. That's a bad thing. So you don't want to have that. You want to always get water that is filtered and keep it in glass, not plastic. Okay, so that's what I do. I go get a, I've gotten a filter, and then I put it in glass containers, and then that way it's sitting in glass. Okay, another wrong kind that's really, really wrong for you, is really bad, is microwave water. Those of you who reheat your water, and I know there's still some of you out there, because there was a trend years ago where everybody was getting rid of their microwaves, and now it's like they're back and people are using them because they're quick and easy to microwave water for coffee or tea or whatever. And I'm like, wrong. It's so bad for you because it restructures the water and makes it dead water. And the famous experiment that's been around Facebook now for a while is you take some seedlings, plant seedlings, and you water it every day with water that's been microwaved, and you take the other seedling and you water it every day with purified water. Look at the difference. It's already been out there for a long time, like I said, and what happens is the one that's been watered with the microwave water doesn't grow, stunted, dies a lot of times. I mean, it just doesn't grow because microwave water is dead water. Not a good thing. What about, okay, so wait, let me go on to the next one. So follow my notes and pay attention, right? So what about the purifiers, okay? Purifiers, like the Brita, the Pure, the stuff that you put on your little water container, right? Well, those are okay to get rid of maybe, you know, 1/10 of chemicals, but they're not really the, how could I say, the ones that get rid of the majority of the chemicals. And so that's important to understand. You want something that's going to get rid of most of them. Now, do I put my, you know, my name on the exact purifier that I see that works for everything? No, because there is no one particular one. I think the ones that are charging $4,000, $5,000 for the machine, you know what those are. Those are not really water purifiers. They're ionizers, which is completely different, and it does nothing for the chemicals in the water. And I just don't see spending $4,000 or $5,000 for that kind of machine. It's not necessary. You could get other kind of systems that will purify the chlorine, get rid of it. You know, they're usually like in cartridges and whatnot. Use something to get rid of the majority of it. You'll be good to go. Now, what can you add to, let me go here. What can you add to your water to make it better and to help get more nutrients in there? I've been talking about this for a long time, and that's the lemons. Lemons have the alkalinizing effect, and it helps to neutralize the water by giving it a little bit more, how can I say, vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and that helps your body to detoxify because, again, if you're getting nutrients in, and it helps the detox or the toxins to get out, okay? Also, lemon water, when you drink it, helps to get rid of heartburn, digestive issues, gas and bloating, okay? So whenever I teach, I always have people teach them about the lemon stuff. And then they all say, you know, I'm going to do that for, you know, lunchtime today. And sure enough, everybody's getting out their lemon and squeezing it in their water and drinking it. That's perfect. Keep going with that. Everywhere you go, if you go out to eat or you're at home, drink your lemon water and you're going to avoid those symptoms. So that's a great little simple detox you could do if you're having a heavy meal. Anything like from salmon to fried foods. Not that you have fried foods all the time, but when you go out, right? Or if you're having something that's with olives, olive oil, stuff like that, take some lemon water and get rid of it. Okay, so what water filters for, okay, so we have shower filters and bath filters. Okay, so there are now different kinds of filters that you could use. Every single person needs to have some kind of filter for their shower. Every single person needs to have a filter for their shower. Why? Because the chlorine that comes in through the shower head actually is a type of gas. And that gas, back in World War I, was used as chemical warfare against the enemy. It's like, whoa. And so now we're allowing it to come into the showers? Yeah. So when you're taking a hot shower, that the chlorine is coming through the shower and that gas is coming into the bathroom and you're breathing that in, and that is not a good thing. And when you open the bathroom door, the steam is all going out, well, so is the chlorine gas, and that infiltrates the whole house. Now the rest of the family is getting chlorine gas. Wow, that is not a good thing. So very, very simple. Everywhere I've ever lived, I just go out and go get myself a shower filter. You can too. It's very simple to get. It actually kind of looks like this. There's one like this. It's just a simple tube, and it has some beads or pellets, I don't know what it is, but absorbs the chlorine. Just doing that alone is fantastic. They have other ones that are like wider, and it looks like a little ball. You put it up on your shower filter. Doesn't matter. Just use something for the shower. The other one that you could use is for the bath. They actually now, so happy to see this, the last couple of years, they've come out with something for the bathtub, because so many people ask, here I am soaking in my bath water, and you know, it's chlorine, it's chemicals from, you know, it's tap water, and you know, I don't want that going into my body. So what it is there's like a little ball that you could hook onto the spout of the bathtub, and as the bathtub is filling up, the water goes through this little ball and gets rid of the chlorine and any other thing that it could filter out, depending on the type you get. So it's pretty cool that it actually will filter out the bath water. You got something for your shower, and you don't have to worry about it. Here's the deal. The bottom line is that you want to make sure that you're drinking it and it's purified to some level. When you're taking your shower and bath, it's purifying and not allowing any more toxins to come in, and drink enough so that your urine is a light yellow. That's really all about the water. I'm not here to talk about the different types of filters. You know, the people ask me about distilled water and what about RO water. Look, you get really crazy with that and it will drive you crazy. I just say, look, keep it simple and get water that you know the best of your financial ability, because they're usually about a few $100s to get a countertop water purification system. That's fine, and the best of your and it's easy to use. Like, you know, some of these, like, you got to go into the sink, you have to have a plumber to put all this stuff in, you know, it's like it gets too complicated and then you don't want to use it, right? So whatever you could financially do and what's easy for you, go shopping on the home construction stores and whatnot, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Better than the little ones that you just use for water. That's not enough. You need to take it up to the next level. I know that it makes a big difference with the water, because as I travel in other countries, I've noticed I always have a filter with me when I travel, but what I've noticed in other countries is it really depends on the source of the water. So many times people say, well, you know, I have, you know, mineral rich water from springs. Yes, that makes a really big difference. Well water versus mountaintop water versus spring-fed water makes a huge difference. And that's the real issue that you need to look at. Well, where are you going to get that, right? You could buy that kind of water, but then it's in plastic container. See how you could just keep going crazier and crazier. Wherever you are in the world, you do the best that you can. Your water might come from the well, it might come from spring, it might come from the mountaintop. It still has to be filtered, okay? No matter what, you just want to filter it, and that's really the bottom line. The more mineral rich it is, it's great because of the minerals, but then you have to be able to digest it and absorb it. So all these factors can really go too much into, you know, thinking about, overthinking it is what I'm saying. So all I want you to focus on is understand, drink enough for your body and make sure that it's purified to the best of your ability, and that's good to go. Keep it simple. All right, see you on the next segment.